Hello. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
What a great day. Just a great day.
Glorious.
Welcome to Picks Central. My name is Martin Mush. We have Chris Clemmer and the Double Vodka Don. That's still my name, your name in my phone.
Yeah. I think a lot of people just transition to like Don, or honestly, I miss Smitty. Just vodka just became a name.
Yeah. Well, your main name is Big F, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You had to guess. What's your name?
What do you mean if I had to guess? What, in someone's phone?
No, like, what would you think most people call him?
In my life?
Yeah. Well, no. Here at work,
Barstool.
Big F.
Oh, it worked. Yeah.
But you'll hear like some of the old timers say like, "Oh, DVD, Double Vodka Don."
Yeah, a lot of people.
Vodka Don.
A lot of people that come up to me like in person say,
In my phone, his name is still Double Vodka.
I feel like it might have been like
Spelled out.
a thing before.
It was before, yeah, it was when we first met. That's what we called him.
Yeah.
"Well, it's just been my handle." I've kind of always wanted to change it, but I feel like it's too late, and I gotta just let it ride. I just know it's gonna be weird when I'm Double Vodka Don when I'm 40 years old. Even at 30, I feel weird about it.
I mean, think about.
I was in college. That was really like where it started.
Yeah, your mama's favorite big boy.
Yeah, wifey's favorite. Your wifey's favorite friend. Oh no, your wifey's favorite big boy. Your mom's favorite friend. King of the Hawaiian. Snacks Curry. Big Fendi. Sweet Release.
Shout out to Cosm.
Shout out to Cosm. Love Cosm.
Shout out to Cosm. I actually, to be honest, funny enough, I was watching a TikTok live last night of Cosm.
Oh.
A person at Cosm
Dude, I'm telling you,
was showing what it looked like while like people watching the games, and I was just watching the game through a TikTok live.
Literally, if anyone just go on my Instagram, it's literally only probably like it's like 6-7 posts in. You can see like a side by side of me talking about it and like we're watching the Ohio State Oregon game. It really is insane.
Yeah,
it's just like I've never been a part of a viewing experience like that. Not at the game, and they're the only place that has. I talked to the guys that own it and like started it. They worked for like 5 years to get like the rights to like the cameras and like put them like where they have all these like unique cameras and like the locations, and it's wild, but it really is. It's unbelievable.
Cosm is a place to be for all your March college basketball. Catch all the games, cheer on your teams, and watch your bracket come to life at Cosm. Experience the thrill of college basketball in March like you've never before as you're immersed in every dunk, three-pointer, and buzzer beater. Your bracket is set. Now lock in your spot at Cosm. Head to Cosm.com to get your tickets. That's COSM.com. Great night last night. Everyone just gets so uptight about the product, what they're getting or whatever. I thought we got good games. Like there wasn't so many upsets, but you had McNeese. That's a big upset. Drake's a big upset. Like I don't count Arkansas as being an upset, but it is.
It's an upset.
It is an
not
upset,
like a
but
crazy.
It's not like what you're like. You got 2 yesterday, and you almost got one with Michigan. The Texas Tech game was close the entire time.
That was a good game, legit a good game. It just
14 seed.
they pulled away in the last like 2 minutes. That was wire to
I
wire.
had UNCW, and I was like, "Oh, nice! Like this is great." And then I was like, "Wait, don't."
There was a
Texas
moment.
Tech, and I was like, was hitting like live all day, and I had Texas Tech minus 15 just because I was wanting to bet the game, and I was like, am I about to get greedy and get this right now? But
that's
that last
That's
3.
more, I was gonna not call you out, but I was gonna say this. I was so confused by your tweet.
Yeah, I live bet the fuck out of
Because
it.
Marty had a tweet where he was like, "This is one of the best March Madness days I've ever had." So I was like, "Oh, let me see what he had."
I went 5 and 6.
And I immediately was like, "Should I clown him on gambling?" And I was like, "Nah." The comments, like, did anyone say anything in the comments?
Yeah. Well, I actually, I guess I forgot that because I took all those, but then I.
No, I know. I knew
hit,
live bullets.
I hit VCU plus 9.5.
Huge, dude. That cover.
So fucking big.
Same with me.
Yes, and then I hit
Yale, right?
I hit Yale.
Oh, I had Yale 9.5.
I hit Yale live. I hit like 3 other things live, and I was like, and it was like for bigger numbers, and I was like, well, I don't know, this never happened.
He cashed out of VCU plus 9.5.
That's embarrassing. What are you cashing out for?
Because I already had them 2.5, and I was like, I can just wipe out my bet right now. Let me just not even do this. But I made it back with Yale plus 9.5. That was a
Well, you didn't
miracle.
make it back. You would have made more.
All right.
All right.
Well,
You were in Jersey. Did you use St. John's live?
Yes, minus 11.5. I had them.
that's crazy.
Minus 11.5. I had St. John's when they were down 22 to like 14. I think it was, or 12.
Yeah, I don't think they were down that much.
Yeah, they
In the
were.
because
They were down 8,
I was gonna say, were they down 8? I guess they.
Yeah,
were.
it was 8 to
20 to 12.
Yeah, that's I got a minus
They were down-
11 and
I
a
guess they
half.
were down
That was
much.
a nice double dip too to the OG spread if you had it.
Yeah, I didn't have the.
I had the regular, which ended up being like incredibly easy as well. 18.5 was easy.
We're gonna go through most of the games. I had a point though.
Well, man, I just want to ask you a question. Because
Important.
Me, go ahead, me.
Important question.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you put yesterday's slate?
Not a bad question.
6.
6, 7.
No.
6 or
But you can't. It's the first round. This is what you were saying to start the show. People get so like it's March Madness, March Madness. It's the first day. It's 16s, 15s. Like you're not
Yeah.
like you're gonna get a few good games. You're
how
gonna
good
get
Saturday's
You're
gonna
gonna get some blowouts. Like that's how
Saturday's gonna be
basketball
amazing.
works.
I think it was a 5.
I'd put it as 5 average.
5 or 6 is
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Because you had a few good games, and like you said, like if you were scoreboard watching, you wouldn't know that Texas Tech was like a good game.
Yeah.
because they pulled away at the very end.
The beginning when everyone was tuned in was lackluster because the 9-8, which should have been a
Yes, I
2.5 point
agree.
spread,
That hurt.
Creighton
That
blowing
hurt.
them out and like Louisville not having a chance.
When you have 2 116s and then 2 like you're gonna have 2 and 15 playing and 3 and 14, like those are supposed to be like blowouts.
Also with
Like you had a
action-
10, 11, and 12 all win yesterday.
and when you got action on them, like Montana, Wisconsin was great at the end. I mean, I lost that over, but that was
Yes,
And they Montana,
great.
like,
yeah, spread
Wisconsin
drama.
pulled out in the last
Walford was
5
big.
minutes.
Walford was big spread drama.
Houston, every single year, you could just say they're going to kick the shit out of 16. Anyone that tunes into that game is crazy.
I mean, anyone who doesn't bet Houston.
McNeese even like McNeese was up 30.
That got crazy.
30 to
That got
13.
close.
They're up
30 to
18.
13. DK had a great boost to take McNeese like plus 100. I bet that, and I was like, oh, fishy. Like, oh god. And like Clemson came all the way back. How many points did they have in the second half?
The overhit. There was 44 points in the first half, and the overhit. Insane.
Shout out DraftKings. That was a great boost.
I mean, Clemson must have hit like they couldn't make a shot, and then the last like 3 minutes they must have hit like 6 or 7 threes.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop making them. That like they just kept coming down, whap, whap, whap. But yeah, I mean, good for McNeese. I mean,
It worked out. They're all crying after. Will Wade's going nuts. It seemed like they were playing for him, you know?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
It seemed like it
no,
changed around.
I would say like
I was just saying to you because we
No,
were
I know.
talking which one it would be, and I was
Yeah.
But also that's what happens to these bad teams. Not bad, but these mid-major teams where it's like they played scared the second half, like so they didn't blow it.
but you know they did because they extended the lead at one like probably
Oh, I know, early on.
probably the first half of the second half. they had got it to where it was like up over
When
20.
Clemson got on a run, they were like, it seemed like they just stopped.
They got to a point probably after the 10-minute mark, they really started kind of like trying to chew clock almost too much.
Really hate he's going to the ACC.
Nia also,
But also, he's going to take some of those guys. I bet, like their best players that have eligibility, they're all going to go to NC State.
just going to
He said that. He goes, all the guys that are recruited, I told him, like, I'm going to get a Power 5 job later on this year.
Yeah.
And, like, you can come with me. Also, Evan Mia said that in real time. He said McNeese is one of the best 5 teams in the country at holding a lead. It held true.
They held it. They did hold it.
Yeah, it's true.
You better be able to hold a 30.
Clemson also, like, let's just call a
30-something,
spade a spade. It got to the point where anything they shot was going in.
Yeah.
Even
did.
McNeese,
It did.
It's like they were
Well,
missing,
that's
like,
why
some free
that's why
throws here.
March Madness is the best, because that's like they just got really hot and Clemson was really cold, and then like if they played today, Clemson probably wins. I really believe that.
Want to hear mine?
What?
If VCU plays BYU today, I think they win.
BYU was lights out.
Yeah.
Lights out from 3, and VCU was not
Until the end.
until they got to 9.5. I want to ask you this though: do you think that a lot of these mid majors, because it goes both ways, do you think a lot of the mid majors aren't as good because they're all going to the Power 5 conferences for NIL? Like all the best players are getting taken from these teams to the Power 5, but the NIL is keeping them there as well. So it's a more of a question. Which one do you think it is?
I think they're still good because I think you still need to like in order for them to go to the Power 5s, you need to have the good year first.
Yeah.
So like me and Dukes were literally just talking before the show started. Like at UC San Diego this year, unless they got an alum that's going to pony up some money, they're obviously going to lose some guys. But that's just like kind of the way it goes. So you have a good coach, where who knows if he gets another job or not. But they kind of, it's just like a cycle. Like you'll have guys that play really well there, they move up. Then he's a good coach, will recruit new guys that he sees like something in. They'll play well and so on and so forth. Or it's kind of the opposite too, where a guy goes to like a big school, doesn't get playing time, then he comes back.
Yeah.
That even like Azubi at St. John's, he's like a perfect example. Was at Kansas, was kind of like whatever. He's a star at St. John's, and there's tons of examples of that around the country.
Yeah.
And I think you'll continue to see that, just like the cycle of what NIL is now.
Also, these mid majors can pay money.
Yeah,
Like
of
obviously, like,
course.
UC San Diego doesn't have like a huge payroll, but like VCU's is like probably $3 million plus.
Yeah, no, that's
I mean,
different.
Mil
VCU is
plus.
different. I'm not talking about
No,
VCU. I'm
but,
talking
like,
more
there's-
like
it's school.
Especially-
It's so school to school because like UC,
Rev share.
I have no idea, but
Especially with revenue share though, like
Yeah.
going into this year, like there's going to be some mid majors now that are more prime for the NIL era than some Power 5 schools.
UC San Diego is also like just eligible to get in now, right? Like they
First
weren't
year.
This is their first year they're
which
eligible.
is insane.
Yeah, so
that's
that
why
means-
I don't think people understand. I said this. I don't think people understand one how cool of a story it was, and this team was robbed, and like not robbed. I mean, Michigan just straight up won, but they won't get the respect they deserve as an all-time mid-major team.
No, of course not. But they also they had their chance because Michigan started to really like UC San Diego did not. Like, it seemed like the lights got to them a little bit, and then all of a sudden, in the second half, they that one guy scored every single point.
yeah, it was just unfortunate too. Like that's a really good team that the spread was clearly warranted.
Yeah.
We were like, why is it like they were
I
just
think
as
it
good
just
as
turns out that they were just bigger. Michigan was rebounding the shit out of them.
But it's great. Like at the end, the total wasn't even like I think they only out rebounded by 6. Like the discrepancy wasn't that crazy. Like when it was all said
I
and
was saying
done.
towards
I
the
thought
end,
the coach
Golden
made a great
was.
point. Like all like the high rebounds that were like over the backs that were just like give it like let the 7-footers get it. But like all the scrappy ones, like UC San Diego fought the ball.
Yeah, they fought.
Oh, they definitely
They
did.
fought.
But I'm just saying, at the end, like Golden was like getting when he wanted to get a rebound, he was getting.
I mean, both things were true. Like the 7-footers hurt UC San Diego, and Michigan turned the shit over out of the ball. Like,
And also
I was
they-
saying, like if you watch that game in the hectic moments when you pick the ball up in the paint, it was like Michigan had it, they would turn it over. UC San Diego was so impressive how careful they were with the ball that I don't know. I think the turnover discrepancy was.
The funny thing was too that like UC San Diego just kept getting doing a switch, like getting a pick and roll on Wolf on their main guy, and he just kept cooking him every single time.
Yeah.
Their
at the
best
end.
player also fouled out.
What's his name? What's the guy's name at the end?
McGee.
McGee. Yeah, he
But
was.
their two best players sucked last night.
Yeah, they were really bad. He had 4 points.
Hayden Gray sucked, and then Tate
Yeah,
Jones.
the big guy was in foul trouble.
And Tate Jones, I mean, he was kind of cooking in the post, but he was just getting too many fouls and only played 25 minutes.
Why didn't Michigan foul there? Thank God they did.
Yeah, surprising.
Why didn't they
I
foul?
think it's just all based off coaching philosophy.
I still will never understand that.
Also, if you're thinking about it from Michigan's point of view, they weren't that good from the free throw line. If you foul, you make two.
No, they were horrible
Right,
from the
but
free throw
that's
line.
that's my point. If you foul,
Oh, I know.
If you foul up 3, UC San Diego makes both. Then you go down. There's 6 seconds left. Michigan makes one, misses one, makes one. You're up 2. Then you have a chance. UC San Diego has a chance to tie on an easier shot or win the game.
Yeah.
And I'll give credit to Trey Donaldson's a cold motherfucker.
He's a cold motherfucker.
Dude, he just that was
Any run they had.
because he had the shot against Maryland too. He just takes it straight down the court, layup to win. UC San Diego, after being down like 15, they finally hit a big shot. They take the lead. He immediately comes down, bang, like 28-footer, whap, like just take the lead right back. Like just the second that you thought, oh my God, UC San Diego is going to win the game, he's just he just took their souls out of their body. It was crazy.
Crazy.
They can't keep getting away with this.
What?
They cannot keep getting away with this. Have you seen the Michigan?
They win every close game. They win every game by like two. They win every game by like 2 to 5
They've only
points.
won
It's
one game by double digits, or every single game. is
crazy.
within.
It's nuts.
They're closers though, and Donaldson I really think is like he's the guy. He's the closer.
UCLA looks impressive.
Yeah, they were good. They were good.
Sky Clark.
Did they look impressive, or did they just play an ACC's team? I mean,
I think it's a little
Mountain
both.
West team.
How do they stack up against Tennessee?
Why'd you say ACC?
It's just a tough day. For the
Sounds like a
ACC.
Mountain West team to me. Mountain
ACC
West.
team.
I think that
Bad showing from the ACC yesterday too. Bad showing.
I could give a fuck.
Hey, we're just talking. Why you don't have to defend anything.
Hey, you got
Where ACC look bad. We'll call it how we see it.
They looked bad.
Horrible.
Bad.
Lost to McNeese and got blown out by Creighton.
Bad.
Bad showing.
So did the Mountain West.
Mount West is an
But
abomination.
come on, you're the ACC. You don't want to be comparing yourselves to the Mountain West.
I don't root for the ACC. I root for Duke. I don't care about my conference.
You kind of root for the ACC. I
don't know what you're talking about.
You were carrying UNC's water the other day.
I mean, last year he was the biggest NC State fan in the world. He was like, look at this ACC team
I think you
going all the way to the Final Four.
guys got the wrong guy. I have no idea what you're
That's
talking
the
about.
ACC. No, that's Duke. All right.
It's Duke. All Duke. That's the only team I root for. Who cares about conferences? But yeah, UCLA. I don't know. I honestly think they looked good. Like they were hitting their shots. The Mountain West is embarrassing. I don't care.
They can't keep getting away with this.
It's truly. They get 4 teams in every year.
Last year they had 6.
Yeah, they get at least 4 in every year. And San Diego State made a run in 2023.
Yeah, 2 years ago. And they've had success in the tournaments.
Yeah.
Just them though. That's it.
Yes, basically, literally just them. And then every time in the tournament, though, first game, these Mountain West teams loses.
And not lose, like they get dominated. It's bad. Like it's ugly.
And
I think what is it now? After yesterday, they lost another. Obviously, San Diego State got blown out.
yeah,
a couple
Utah
days
State
ago.
got blown out by 30.
I think it's something.
Yeah,
It's
they
the
got blown out
stats
30.
insane. Like 1 for the last like 25.
Colorado State.
Remember this and then use it to our advantage next year.
No, I've
It happens every year.
I'm 2-0 this year so
happens
far. And I'm
every
going to do it
year.
again. Memphis is plus money.
Colorado State's the one I'm going to take. I think they're a little different.
I'm not, and that's what everyone says. And I'm not going to do it because Memphis' point guard's out, which is a problem. But I think Dane Danger's going to, Dane Danger.
Neat Clifford special.
I think Dane Danger.
I think they're the one. I think they're the one. New Mexico's getting a mean fade.
And Marquette I'm going to hammer Marquette. That's what they're playing, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to hammer
I
Marquette.
could see them being a shootout, but it's also it's a low spread. It's only 4.
We'll go through games. But
I have a question for you about UCLA. You were high on them.
High.
They looked really good. How do they stack up against Tennessee?
I haven't beaten them. Is it spread out yet?
I think it's 4.5. I like Tennessee.
That's a good spread, though, for UCLA.
Yeah, but I mean, just coming off the especially when you blow a team out like that. I mean, not that it's going to change the spread a ton, but I think just a public like a lot of people just watched UCLA for the first time the other night, and they're like, yesterday, they're like, oh my God, they blew out this Utah State team who we know. Like Utah State just got shit pumped a couple times in the Mountain West leading up to this.
Yeah, but that's not going to make the spread that much smaller.
I think it'll have an effect on the handle.
Yeah,
people and there's a thing with Tennessee where they've been underwhelming in the tournament, even though they were good in the tournament.
100%. I'm just saying the opening line. I don't think it has to do with that, but still, yeah, I think it's a good line for UCLA. I'm taking UCLA money line.
I'll be on Tennessee.
I love them. They're also the 9:40 game as well, so it'll be all eyes on them.
I will be on Tennessee.
UCLA money line, by the way, is plus 170.
Just letting you know, yesterday they were both on Utah State. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Just for the record.
By the way, how about that
I
Drake?
want to make sure we had to say that, right?
I did. I was yesterday.
I had a great. I
No,
was
I'm
in
not
North
talking
Carolina.
about the day. I just want to say they both
That's
said
fair.
yesterday both on Utah State. when
I
said
didn't take
UCLA.
Utah State till late. I honestly, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. I took them only because of 3-point sniper.
That's my guy. I'm not gonna. I kind of
you
also
did
did, but I also did. But no, but that's my guy though. He's giving great
No, no,
picks.
no,
That's my
no,
guy. That's my
think
guy.
Marty Mush should
And
be that guy,
I didn't
you
do
know?
that. I want to say I didn't say
That was
that.
you know what?
Dukes, don't listen to you.
Listen to
No,
me.
I didn't mean that. in a
I
bad
actually
way.
listened to Dukes yesterday too, and it made me some money. I took Gonzaga because
Oh, I did
all
too.
the analytics.
I took
Took them late.
You did?
Yeah.
You called me a dick rider yesterday.
You are a dick rider.
Yeah, and they fucking blew the
They did
brakes
ball
off.
out.
Yeah,
They did, but you are a dick
They-
rider
they-
for him.
I'm
Anytime
actually don't know,
Gonzaga
they had
gets,
8 players
anytime
on the floor better
Gonzaga
than
is
that
brought
best
up,
pick.
you.
Nah, well, I mean, they also if they're gonna shoot 90% from three, I mean,
Anytime
they got
Gonzaga
it.
is
Coming.
brought
got
up,
it.
Dukes is fuck his pants are down.
Hey,
Every single
you got
time.
you got to give the kid credit though. He's right. Like Dukes, I
They
literally
they were
tailed you.
unbelievable.
I took him.
Great. I mean, yeah, they'll get smacked though tomorrow.
Think so? You said they were one of the 10 best schools in the country.
They are.
They got Houston though.
got Houston.
Walking to a buzzsaw.
I actually,
that?
I
What's
think
that?
there's
It's 4.5, 5.5.
there's like some styles.
I'll be on Houston as
There,
well.
there's some
Houston, too.
styles that like Gonzaga could play with.
Yeah.
Houston ain't one of them.
All right, that's fair. I
It- it-
actually respect your opinion a lot because you were so high yesterday, but now you're like, hey,
It's just like a different defensive intensity like that.
I like that.
Georgia's giving you.
What's great about
Drake money line right
yesterday?
here. This guy.
I had
Attaboy.
Drake money line as well.
Thank you.
What's great about yesterday
My bold pick.
is that everyone's complaining. All I hear is complaining. Anyone that everyone just loves to complain about it. They really do about sports. They just love to complain where it's like, oh, it wasn't the best day. I just had a fantastic day watching every game.
It wasn't great game. Like that's
Yeah, but
that's
there
a
was
fair complaint,
great
Marty.
games.
Like,
No, but like Kansas and Arkansas was a really fucking good game.
But also like
wire to wire.
half the games are 20-point spreads. Like, what did you if you expected
That's
a
why
day
I
of 10
go-
that's
classics?
why
like,
I think next weekend's better.
No,
it
Next
is.
week's
This
better,
weekend.
games are better.
no, tomorrow and Sunday
one,
is like
right.
the best.
But I think,
one
but even like
spread.
the games you get next week are so much better.
There's a lot less.
Yeah, it's a better team.
But-
less, but
Clemmer,
right, you just get a better team, better
tomorrow,
matchups.
tomorrow, there's not one spread in double digits.
Okay.
So that's where like I'd rather that than
Yeah.
fucking Yale winning, and then they're still plus 14.5 the next game. It's like, listen, yeah, it sucks. I know everyone wants the upsets. You still got upsets, but you still have amazing matchups. Like we have such.
I'll tell you what though,
Arkansas, St.
Yale
John's.
held their own.
No, that was a bad.
They only covered they held their own. They belonged.
They also were flirting with the spread the entire game.
Yeah, they were. It was right there, like the whole. They were in it.
McNeese is gonna beat Purdue, by the way.
I didn't realize in our bracket I had McNeese in the Sweet 16. I think they can beat them too.
I'm the other way on that one.
I think
How's
I'm
everyone?
I didn't like that
doing in the
second half.
bracket.
I think I'm taking Purdue minus 5.5.
Pretty good. I think I'm a 12-4.
The bracket, I think.
I'm like right
So
there.
me and Clemmer are tied.
Yeah.
Fucking Rhea's in third. Jesus,
She's better than you at everything.
she really is.
He just wins everything. It's crazy.
Security guard Dan, let me tell you,
Yeah.
Tennessee's losing tomorrow.
Well, security guard Dan right now. Isn't he like? Didn't he go 15-1 yesterday?
He's 100. Yeah, he's 150. He's in first place. He is. Let me tell you, he has Tennessee winning the whole thing. That guy, one of the worst gamblers I've ever met.
Well, we can't say that right. He's 15-1, Marty. You can't say that right now.
Clever.
That's straight up against. The
I know.
spread. That's
Wait,
not.
I know,
That's not
I
against
know,
the spread.
I know.
Wait for today. When I was talking to Dan all week, I think he's got some money lines in play. He might have Lipscomb. He might have. Bryant.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We were not trashing Lipscomb here.
I didn't say that Lipscomb can't win. I think Lipscomb is very live today.
Why aren't we trashing?
Why can't we trash Lipscomb?
It's my play of the day.
I get trash.
I'll trash him.
Kevin
if I want
Harlan's
to.
on the call. He's always there for upsets.
Oh, I hated that. By the way, when you wrote, it made me like wince in anger. I saw
You
that.
just don't love March like I do.
He's a big guy.
That is a bit move.
Yeah.
So, in case people don't know, Meek, how would you know? Meek said in our text exchange, I'm gonna take every Kevin Harlan underdog, right?
Immediate
Yeah.
ignore.
Yeah,
I
and,
didn't-
no one
I honestly
responded.
didn't even know you wrote that.
Clemmer, one of those underdogs is Troy. I'm a Troy boy. Which
Troy
This is someone
boy,
being repaid by you?
Troy boy.
This is someone being repaid?
Before we move
I
on,
always appreciate Troy boy.
was there anything
Crazy.
else from yesterday that you were like you wanted to talk about?
UNCW.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was it.
Let's talk about them.
I had them. I said that they like. I was like, I think they're very good. I did not know that they were gonna be flirting with beating Texas Tech, who I had going sneaky pretty far.
We should talk actually about Kansas and Arkansas. Hunter played awful down the road, down the stretch.
Oh, so bad, Marty.
Down the stretch,
And he seemed like I met him. He's a nice guy,
He's
but
a great guy.
awful.
He's played horrible. DeJuan Harris also didn't play great towards the end. Then KJ Adams got hurt. That wasn't great. AJ Storr actually was AJ Storr yesterday too. Like he started to play really well. I've never seen that many turnovers in 4 minutes.
Dude, I love Hunter so much. He played like ass in the second half. He played like ass at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That pass out of bounds was legitimately one of the
So
worst
bad.
that you expect to make out of like a freshman.
He's a great
Hunter.
passer too.
Yeah, freshman Hunter maybe makes that like decision, but like fifth-year senior, mind blowing. I do want to say that hatred blinds a lot of people, and people forget that he's been a top 10 player in college basketball for the last 5 years.
You just can't change anyone's mind.
No,
It doesn't matter.
I'm not trying to. But
No,
like,
I know.
Talent-wise, he was a top 5 player. And people saying, look at what happened to Kansas after he went there. Well, one, if you want to do that, if he went to Kansas like 3 or 4 years ago,
Oh yeah.
and when he had like a good core around him with pros around him, he probably would go down as one of the best all-time Kansas players.
Yeah,
of all
he
time.
actually has not one pro on that team.
Now, if you also want to go into it, Houston got into the Big 12. Not saying like Houston's like the only reason that Kansas isn't good, but the conference got a lot better, and like Kansas was no longer like the top dog automatically.
Arizona,
and
too.
And everyone wants to shit on Hunter. How about it's time to shit on Bill Self for constructing the worst NIL portal? You have all this fucking money. You had the worst roster construction in the country this year.
Yeah. It
I mean,
was
he
horrible.
whiffed. I mean,
He whiffed
Storr and
so
Griffin
bad,
were bad
and-
whiffs.
And last year.
Griffin was horrible.
Yeah, no, those two whiffing as badly as they did was almost. It almost was so bad. It's hard for me to give him so much blame for it because it was shocking. Like what you saw from him last year was shocking to see it this year. So obviously he gets blamed, but it's
I
almost
try
like
not to give him blame.
like it's
too,
almost
because-
like it's unfathomable how AJ Storr was such a nothing.
because they
He
were
was one of the best players in the country last
the
year.
number
It's, like,
one.
shocking.
They were the number one seed going into the year. Like so,
Because of that, because
people-
Storr
that's
was a
what I'm
big
saying,
factor.
People were giving him credit early because it's like what a roster, and then it was like, oh.
Because on paper, it just was like, oh my god, they added two like incredible players, like two already having some good players.
Even last year though, like when they went into the tournament, they lost McCullough and Nick, the Towsing kid Timberlake.
Yeah, he was so bad.
Awful.
Great guy. Bad basketball player.
Awful. So I mean, whatever.
Is Hunter Dickinson going to be in the NBA next year?
No.
He probably
He'll be in the G League.
That was so. Did you hear?
Yeah.
What?
He said ni hao.
That's just like he's a troll. Yeah, but he'll.
So
be,
Hunter would have been.
That's the person that literally posted that tweet yesterday.
Of me say,
shine.
yeah. So I have a question.
Crazy.
So I looked at Hunter's stats last night because I was watching the game, and he played so hard. But I'm like, I know this guy's better than this. I look at his stats; they were eye-popping. How good his stats were. They really were. Like averaging a double, like really good player. Why isn't he going to make the? Like, someone just like educate me.
Oh, he will. I mean, he will get respectfully dummied by big men in the NBA.
He's too small.
No. He's too slow and unathletic.
Okay.
He could probably go to the G League and average 30 a night.
yeah.
And also, a 24-year-old prospect turns 25 in November.
I
NBA
understand
teams
he's
are
old.
clamoring for
I understand that. So do we think what's the over under on how many NBA games Hunter Dickinson plays? If I said put the line at half.
Depends.
Over?
Like, or honestly, I
the
think
G League, he's got a
I think
shot.
he
It's
gets-
tough
I
because
think
he could end up
gets
getting being like a.
like right now he could play for the Sixers. I can tell you that.
yeah.
20.
Well, that's why it's tough because he could easily
You're
end up on
saying
like
he's definitely going to get at least one game.
like the
I think he'll
Jazz. Yeah,
definitely
like the
get it.
Jazz. He could
Yeah,
get a
he'll get in.
couple
20.
games in.
Yeah, he'll get in because
he's
he can
7'4",
be
he can
a.
shoot the three.
That's what I mean.
He could be like a backup.
He'll be a second round pick in my opinion.
Okay.
Like he could be. Yeah, I don't.
If he played in the 90s, he'd be the number 1 overall draft.
Yeah, that's
He-
true. That's true.
Dude, you're absolutely right. Like, he would be
maybe fifth.
And when I watch him, I'm
No.
watching through that prism of me. I'm an old man. When I grew up watching it. He was born at the wrong time.
Jerry
Yeah.
Krause would look at Hunter Dickinson and be like, "We don't need Michael Jordan. We got Hunter in the number
Yeah, no,
1 pick."
he'll get it. Like I people like shit on him way more. Like Phil will say he'll play in China, like it's just stupid, but like he will be in the G League, and then like it depends on the situation.
He's also the one thing I'll give Hunter credit for. He was so bad defensively for 4 years. He was so susceptible in the pick and roll. Like just
He's a lot better.
It was
year.
legitimately like the Shams tweet where it's like lunchtime.
Yeah.
Everyone would attack Hunter in the pick and roll. This season, he's gotten so much better defensively and guarding the pick and roll that I think might have actually helped his draft stock. I mean, he's not going to be a first round pick, But
Yeah, right.
Instead of number 50 in the NBA draft. But like also there comes a point in the NBA draft where like you just don't even want to get picked because you want to pick your landing spot.
Right, that's fair. Right, that's true. No, but I root for Hunter because like I said we met him. I met him a couple times. Marty brought him to the office. Like very nice guy. So I hope he does get in the NBA.
Yeah.
Actually, did you hear Austin Reeves tell his kind of story about doing that?
What?
It was fascinating. He told it, I think, on the All the Smoke podcast about how he went undrafted. The Pistons won the draft in 42, and they literally set up like a whole plan to just like they just wanted to play for the Lakers. They just thought the fit was good, and they basically told like anyone in the second round just like don't draft me.
Smart.
And it worked out incredibly well because he obviously got the big contract already, and the contract's a
it's
bargain.
really
Wait, he's like,
But because you're basically gonna be on a two-way regardless. So he basically like his team basically said like if I go to the Lakers, I think my game fits. Like they need guards. Like it would all like very calculated in the way he was like I want to go choose my landing spot, and like I think this is where it was like basically them or the Bucks he wanted to play for. And I guess the Bucks, it didn't work, so he was like, all right, we're going to the Lakers.
I'll tell you this,
it was like fascinating to hear him kind of like talk through the whole like their game plan where there was like numerous teams who wanted to draft him, and he was like, please, like don't.
My friend from high school was in the NFL. He was in preseason for like literally 2 games. It's nothing, but like thought he was going to get
good.
Yeah. It's no matter what. But I'm just saying, like,
Shit's hard
it was
to do.
kind of cool to watch. I went to like his house to the 3rd day of the draft because it was like he thinks he was going to get drafted.
Yeah.
But it started getting really late, and he was like, "All right, now everyone's like, we do not want to get drafted,
Right.
Because then you're stuck there no matter what." And then I think 12 teams called him after, and he got to pick.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, this person doesn't have a great running back right now. This person's got 3
What's
of
the best
them.
spot for me?
And they're like, and the people with 3 running backs are still calling because they still need backups.
Yep.
You know, so like it's way better to have your choice than to get like a team that's like takes a chance on you, but you have no chance of ever playing.
And I would
It's
say
like you know like Luka Garza has been like fucked on the Timberwolves.
yeah.
That's Luka Garza is who Hunter wishes he was. Not like in a bad way. Like that is I think Hunter's ceiling in the NBA.
Yeah, but
So
Yeah.
I think over under 20 games.
Garza can just hang more physically in the post. Like Hunter's is a little too just like thin.
Yeah.
Like, Garza's like a big body.
he's taller than Garza, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure he is.
Let's talk about the games today. First starting off 12:15, Baylor, Mississippi State. I'm on Baylor. I feel like a lot of people are on Mississippi State.
I was funny because I'm Mississippi State. I feel like a lot of people are on Baylor.
Oh,
I'm on Baylor. I feel like a lot of people are on Baylor.
I guess we got different Twitters. That's how I go off of everybody, by the way.
I also like, even though they're so fake, I do look at some of the people who post like the percentages, even though they're all very like wishy-washy because there's like a million different like books and this and that.
Yeah.
But I just like Mississippi State. I'm just not crazy. I think they've been underrated a lot of the year. I think I like Hubbard. I think is an incredible player. I'm kind of rooting him to carry me home. They're both well coached. Obviously, Scott Drew's a great coach. Jan's a good coach too.
On DraftKings, 58% of people with the spread are on Baylor.
I texted Blutman Baylor or Brandon Walker, and he told me Baylor, so I'll be riding with Baylor.
Meek is such a troll. Like it has to be just like his pick has to be like fuck someone else.
He has to make it
be
personal.
like-
He can never, no, even he can never just like
I asked
he can
the
never just like look at a game and be like, this is what I like. It has
he
to always be
actually
like
doesn't-
fuck someone
How
else.
can I hurt somebody?
How can I go
Like
against someone else?
Clemmer's like, oh, I met Hunter. Like, I really hope does well. Like, you both have met him. You like hope he does well, and he's just saying ni hao in the back because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you could care less what happens to other people, correct?
No. I mean, I hope he has a good life after college basketball.
Oh, that's
No, you
Or the
don't.
Shanghai Sharks.
Like playing in China, like that could be a fun experience.
it's not.
See that?
Oh, you're such a piece of shit,
You're a piece
Meek.
of shit.
I
You're
mean,
a piece of shit.
Stephon Marbury was like a king over
Yep,
there.
you're a piece of shit.
He does have a statue over there. Won a bunch of championships.
I love Bama 22.5 today.
This is one of the only games I haven't taken. I kind of want to take Robert Morris, but I don't have like some great feel on it.
If you're Bosco, how much you sweating this game today? I know. I
It
obviously
shouldn't be a lot. Like
It shouldn't be. It's 22 points.
To
I
win,
get
you
it.
shouldn't.
But you know, it's Bosco mine though.
Only reason just
This
because
might be a live bet spot for me. I need to like see what they look like on the court together.
they're just so much better. Like, it's not like it's like they're just so much better. Only thing is, if you want to go Barstool like Dave's experienced busters is this team, which would be funny.
Reverse.
But like they're just so
I'm rooting
much
for Bosco.
better. I think they're gonna just blow them. I think they're gonna blow the doors off.
Also, I think Bosco had a really good gambling day yesterday. That's the vibe I got.
He was shooting
The
some.
vibe I got, he was the one giving winners. Like he was,
You want to talk?
and the way and Bosco, I can tell when he's like really
bad day.
Oh, yeah.
when he's gambling because like you watch like Michigan, like he had a significant bet for him on Michigan. He was
No, he
freaking.
lost on that.
What do you have?
Yeah, I think he
And
had.
then because if you took it late, it was like, went down to
He
2.
was hot yesterday, though.
He was mad at the last game though, because I'm telling.
Maybe he had the total or something. Well,
Yeah, I don't know
It
what he
definitely
had.
didn't go over. It was definitely stayed under in that
But
game.
he was also. I remember because I was also a clip I saw that he said that. I think Dan said that he didn't bet on Michigan. He's just rooting for. He's riding Dave.
He just seemed. But he even put in the chat. He was like, need Michigan like really bad. I think he bet Michigan.
I think he bet Michigan. He was shitting on. I mean, we're on the show with him. He was shitting on UC San Diego all week.
No, I know. I literally just saw a clip of them saying he didn't bet on him.
I think they
This
were
guy to
shit
my
talking him.
right-
I think.
This guy to my right, Auburn was struggling against Alabama State to start the game, right?
really slow. Yeah.
And they were up about 2 with 2 minutes to go, and
No, they were
In the half.
There were
What?
3
In the
with
half,
a minute
yeah.
to go.
Whatever it was. Thanks for fucking correcting me, Meek. The one
Well, it's
point
a
was
huge correction.
Okay, who the fuck cares?
I care.
Okay, fine. You still were wrong about this. And Dave started, I guess, making fun of Rico for his -9.5 first half Auburn bet. Miko starts laughing, being like, "What a bad bet."
I was not laughing. I said,
You were
I think it's
laughing,
dead.
being like, "What a bad bet."
I
That's
said it was
dead.
dead.
Immediately, Auburn hits a 3, and we're like, "Oh, it's like fully alive." Meek's like, "No, it's not. No, it's not." And
So why are you rooting against Rico?
and
I
then
wasn't.
long story short, Auburn covers a -9.5
And-
first.
whoa.
He just doesn't want his guys to win.
You're questioning my ridership right now. I took Rico gave out SIU Edwardsville.
No, don't change the subject.
No,
why?
no.
Why?
Yeah,
what
why
are
were
you
you
rooting
rooting
against?
against
I wasn't rooting against him. I said I didn't believe in it, and that was my mistake.
Doubted.
I think
Doubt- that is doubt.
That is
Doubt.
rooting against it.
I'm not rooting against it. I just doubt
You
it.
don't
What a
believe in
bad-
Bosco. His shirt literally says "Believe in Bosco."
Yes.
And
Thank you, Connor.
I believed in
Point.
another
Great
Bosco
point.
pick. I took his SIU Edwardsville team total under to hit with ease. That team couldn't make a shot for 11 minutes.
Unless Alabama plays Duke, I'm rooting for Bosco. I'm pulling for Bosco, so let's go Alabama. Like I said, unless it's Duke,
I took his
or
parlay
or
today.
it somehow becomes Troy, I'm rooting for.
Bosco
Bosco.
has a parlay in the DraftKings Sportsbook app. I just took it. I'm a rider, so
I won't be taking it.
What does it tell the people? What's the pick?
Fuck that.
What's the pick?
well, shocker. It's Alabama's in there,
Yeah.
minus
All right.
21.5.
Yeah.
All right.
Oregon is
Minus
the
6.5?
Liberty bet. No, money line.
Oh, it's or okay.
Okay.
Parlay.
And the last one is Grand Canyon plus 10.5.
Interesting.
It's plus
Oh, I-
366.
I'm actually against
I
those.
hate that pick.
I'm on Maryland,
I'm on Maryland.
and I'm on Liberty as well. I'm on Liberty with the points, so we
And
could
the
we
DraftKings
both
is also
we could
offering
both
a no
win. But
sweat parlay. So
I'm Lipscomb, Iowa State. I'm leaning. This is one I haven't bet yet physically. I'm leaning Iowa State. I feel like a lot of people are down on them,
yeah,
and I feel like just because they also like had injuries, they like lost. They were number 2 in the country. Then all of a sudden they lost like 3 games in a row or whatever that was. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna do minus 14.5, but I don't know yet.
I'm going against Meek's Kevin Harlan thing, and I'm also going against Lipscomb because of Meek being so defensive. I'm taking Iowa State simply as an anti-Meek.
you don't believe in Troy then?
No, I don't
If
believe
you
in you. I believe in Troy. I'm a Troy boy. I don't believe in you.
But
Troy boy
Kevin
is so
Harlan's on
fun.
Troy.
I love. I kind
Troy
of wish
boy.
I was a Troy boy.
It's an amazing. It feels so good.
I'm a real Troy boy.
that was when I became the Stroud boys.
yeah.
I'm on Iowa State too. I agree. I think everyone's sleeping on them a lot. I just don't. I get it. Like you said, the way they didn't I don't know if you say they limped into the end of the year. They did a little bit, I guess, but
Limped in as a 3 seed, you know?
yeah, like they were. Yeah, people thought they had a shot at a 1, like at once upon a time. I don't know. I just still think even without Gilbert, I still think they're really good. That a lot of veteran guys. I still think Olsenberger's a good coach. I don't know. I like Iowa State.
I
bet it already.
I like more. I don't know how to explain this in a rational way. I like more that they have a guy down.
Little
in this
chip on their
spot.
shoulder.
Bill Simmons is the Ewing theory.
Well, I think
Like,
that's
the other guys always step up.
That's
Right.
my Memphis. That's my Memphis take too.
It's same,
Yes.
but more with them where like they have such high expectations going into the year, where I think Iowa State could just roll, like we'll just be like Creighton a couple years ago. I'm pretty sure they had someone go down and they made the Elite Eight.
When they lost to Iowa State,
Yeah,
you might be right. I can't remember who they.
That might have well been 20 years ago.
Seriously.
Yeah, crazy.
But I do think
kind of
that
agree with
when
you.
you're doubted a little bit, like Gilbert does, he's a fantastic player, but like I don't think he's the most important piece to the team. There's other guys that need to like that.
But people love betting against them just because this guy's out,
Yeah.
for sure. And people see people buy Ken Palm for March, and they're like, wait, Lipscomb's not that bad according
Yeah.
to the numbers. It's like Iowa State. There's levels to this shit, especially when Iowa State's being doubted for a second.
Next game is Colorado State, Memphis. Colorado State is the 12 seed as a -1.5 favorite. I am all over Memphis. This is me. I'm going against the Mountain West. I think everyone's going to be on Colorado State. Memphis is you'll know the outcome of this game in the first 5 minutes of how Memphis is playing. Memphis is either very up or down. They're out their point guard. Everyone knows it. They won their conference, even though their conference wasn't very good. I still believe in them +1.5.
See, this is my thing with Colorado State. Even though they're not seeded this way, I think they're the best team in the Mountain West. Like, I think this is the Mountain West's best representation, I think, personally. They ended the year on a credible run. Like, they ran through the Mountain West tournament. I think they have, like, legit NBA guys on their roster that some of these other Mountain West teams don't have. I'm just not huge on Memphis. I've been burned by it before. Maybe I will again. I like Colorado State. Also, that's another weird one too, where I feel like everyone who's on the side says everyone's on the other side, because I've seen a ton of people on Memphis too. Because I also think the Mountain West narrative, like once a couple teams get blown out like this, the narrative starts to go like through the roof. Like everyone's like just blindly fade the Mountain West. And listen, it's surely worked.
Can I just tell you this? So that's another reason why I took Memphis is that Colorado State, and early in the year, that's the only time you can get these games because they play their conference and their conferences, whatever. They didn't beat anybody. Like they beat TCU, and TCU
not bad. That's not a bad win.
But they lost to Washington. They lost to UC Riverside, and they lost to Ole Miss. And they got kind of blown out by Ole Miss. And Ole Miss is obviously way better. It's just, and that's early in the year. I'm not going off of that. Colorado State is definitely a good team. That's the reason why they're a favorite. I just don't believe in them. And I've also been on Memphis all year. I've been watching them way more, and that's also probably why I'm taking them. Dukes, what do you like?
I wanted to see something for Colorado State just to show, I'm on Memphis. I don't even know why I'm trying to stick up for Colorado State, but Colorado State's playing their best ball now.
I mean, the way they ran through the Mountain West tournament was very impressive.
Like, it wasn't even like the tournament. It's like before the tournament. If you're going off of the last 3 months of play, people would probably point out and be like they're deserving. But obviously they didn't get into the non-con. They were the bid stealer this year. The lone
for sure.
bid stealer. I'm to the point I can't bet on any Mountain West team.
Me too.
That's fair. I get it.
Also,
I get
Memphis
it.
playing their best. They went 29-5 this year, and I know their conference stinks, but it's
I think
they're talented.
I'm not doubting that you didn't watch Memphis this year.
I tell you, I watched them too much because I bet on them a ton.
They fucking suck. They
They're
have a good
horrible.
record, but they suck.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. They're horrible, but you could see them play so badly, but then all of a sudden they're so fucking good. There's no middle ground.
My Memphis bet is based off this is going to be a 1-point game and they'll make the last shot.
I'm taking Memphis money line because this Mountain West, you guys make some really good points about this, and
Yeah.
all right, I'll roll with that.
Next is our Duke against both my alma maters, Duke and Mount St. Mary's. Hammer Duke, do it. -32.5.
That's so many points.
Yeah. Cooper Flagg is playing. I don't know how many minutes he'll play.
That's what I'm worried. What if they have a huge lead and they just take everybody
This
out?
was for since Valentine's Day, by the way. So Colorado State's the 8th best team in the country, according to them, since Valentine's Day.
It's also, I don't understand. It's also so hard to.
You don't get the numbers.
No, I get the numbers, but it's like they're playing in a.
Did they play all Mountain West teams? Because Mountain West is bad.
But it's not raw numbers.
Yeah, but
they adjust
that's
for competition.
Yeah, but
you could say the same about Gonzaga too, and they looked unbelievable.
No,
so
I
it's
understand, but they also they can lose this, and then that whole thing gets thrown out.
Sure.
You know what I mean, that's why I try not to look too much into that because I don't know. You know what I mean? If Memphis wins this game, that's all done.
For me, it depends how the game goes
The spread's
too.
2.5. Or
No, I
1.5
know.
now.
Well, like if it's a close ass game, I'm not gonna like shit on Colorado State. But if they just go get like their doors blown off, it's like ugh.
Yeah.
That's a
Meek
tough-
made some
tough
noises back there. What was it
The
going?
one seed yesterday went 1-1 against the spread.
There you go. All right. That's
Just a
helpful.
note before you say 32.5 is a lot of points. It's like Houston was a heavy favorite yesterday
Yep.
and covered with
I
ease.
think I'm going to take Duke.
I'm gonna take Duke because it's the defense. Because Auburn isn't known for their like. Duke and Houston are known for their defense also. Like I know Duke's known for their offense as well, but the defense I think is going to suffocate them. And also, everyone just saw Mount St. Mary play, and they were lights out from three and everything. I think that's why they think they'll. I think.
Are you worried that Duke's going to take everyone out for the last 10 minutes of the game?
No, because they usually try not to. Maybe
That's
Cooper
my
Flag
concern.
they might, but like even without him, they'd be completely fine. I just think that like he needs minutes to get ramped up for the next game because Baylor and Mississippi State's not like a slouch game. Like he needs to be ramped up, so it's not. That's why I think they'll keep him in for as long as possible. Next game is Vandy St. Mary's. I have a birdie in my fucking ear screaming at me saying take St. Mary's, and I really don't want to. I want to take Vanderbilt so bad, but this birdie has been very sharp, and I don't know what to do. And I know, Ev, I know you hate St.
This is a vendetta, but I weirdly like feel like I'm on the under actually because I think they turned into a rock fight.
I like that.
I have a personal vendetta with St. Mary's, so I feel like almost like I have no choice but to take Vanderbilt. But the matchup worries me like a little bit. I agree. There has been like not a birdie, almost just my own self conscious in the back of my head being like, oh, like
It's a birdie. Oh, yeah. Good job, Phil.
it was right about Creighton,
Was right about Creighton.
but the Commodores.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going St. Mary's, which sucks.
I'm on the under right now.
I bet
I'll
St.
take
Mary's
Vandy
and
too,
they
probably
fucking
out of.
lose. If I'll tell you this, if I bet St. Mary's and they lose outright, I'll fucking
Yeah.
lose my
I'm
mind.
going back to what I said yesterday. I think that St. Mary's is built to beat Gonzaga. I'm not sure if they're built to win in the tournament. It kind of reminds me of like the Timberwolves last year.
Yeah, but it's just the I don't trust
Like the Timberwolves last year were
Vandy that
built to beat
much.
the Nuggets, where they built to win a title.
It's just more. I don't know if I trust Vandy over St. Mary's right now. That's really it. Where I just don't. I
It's just
never loved
can
Vandy.
Vandy out athlete them? I think
Yeah.
that's the question.
I do like Byington too, the coach for Vandy.
I'm gonna be on Vandy. I'm on the other. I'm gonna be on Vandy. I have to out of principle.
Next game, North Carolina, Ole Miss. I was early. I'm on UNC right now. I'm starting to get swayed though, but I don't know. I think I'm UNC minus 1.5. What's your guys' thoughts?
I switched. I'm on Ole Miss +2. I think a little UNC ran a little too hot. A little too. I think people fall too in love with one performance in the standalone.
Yep.
We're seeing the way the ACC is shaking out a little bit. Listen. If they come out and shoot the way they did against San Diego State, they'll beat almost
100%,
anybody.
100%.
If you go make 1,000 threes, you're going to beat
Which
anybody.
they can.
They can, sure. They absolutely can. But if RJ Davis goes 6 for 6 from 3 and scores 30, God bless him. I'm sure they'll probably win and cover. But I think Ole Miss is a good team, tough. They have a lot of athletes, too. Yeah, I'm taking Ole Miss. I think it almost got too. I'm also really surprised by the line. I thought Ole Miss was going to be a favorite.
Yeah,
Like
that's
seeing
what's
it open to pick them and then the way it moved towards UNC, I'm like, oh, I'll take Ole Miss with 2 points.
I'm betting UNC. I'm sticking. I'm trying not to waver anymore.
It's tough. So the question is UNC that good or is San Diego State that bad?
I think San Diego State's that bad.
So if that's the case, that pushes me more.
I also
to Ole
don't even
Miss.
know if they're that
like, it's-
bad.
they
I
shot
think that
so
UNC
well. Like,
just
that's an
also
outlier.
had a fire under their ass from everyone talking shit about them.
Right.
I still think they have it. They also had more rest which is kind of crazy. Usually when you play on Tuesday, you play Thursday. So, but they played right.
Yeah, they got blessed.
Yeah, so
Another convenient UNC. Just
Yeah.
here you go, pal.
Well, that's funny.
head off.
They literally get an extra day's rest. Makes
Yeah.
0 sense.
Usually, the 11 seed has to play Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday,
That's funny.
and now they're playing Tuesday.
Conveniently got a
maybe.
Friday
Yeah,
game.
no shit, right?
Yeah,
And
so
not
they
even a
have-
super early one. Got like the 4 o'clock game. Not
Yeah.
even like the noon game.
So they have some extra rest. Where is that game? Let's see.
I'm not betting it, but I have
think it
Ole
might
Miss in
be
the bracket.
Colorado?
It's a South region. Where's the South region at? I don't know where it
A
is.
few different locations.
Where's the Fiserv Forum?
That's Wait, isn't that the name of the Bucks arena?
That's exactly what I thought.
I'm pretty sure that's where the Bucks play.
It is. It
Milwaukee?
is. They're playing in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Oh shit.
They are playing in Milwaukee.
The South region?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's bizarre.
So my thing on this game,
Strange geography.
Interesting.
my thing on this game is, the first time I watched UNC was the Kansas game, and they went down, and I remember being like, wow, they're out any game, but they can get back in any game, and I've held it true. Their guards can win them any game in the country. If they played against any of the top 4 teams, they could win on any given night. Just how good their guards are and how hot they could get. I don't like chuckers. I don't trust chuckers. I think that if RJ Davis just went for 6 for 6, he's gonna fall back to his averages.
Which I've seen him do thousands of times.
And I think that I think Ev hit the nail on the head. Also, if you want to go off Ole Miss, I'm taking the better coach in this one. I'm taking Chris Beard.
Beard's good call.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
call.
taking Chris Beard in the coaching, and also Ole Miss matches up well with their guards. They have really good guards that are underrated. I think they're even a little bit slept on because how powerful the SEC is. They don't realize that how good this team actually is in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, Padula, Morrell.
Yeah.
They got some guys.
Yeah.
Definitely got some guys.
Next game, Grand Canyon, Maryland, minus 10.5. Maryland, real quick, because we do have to. I want everyone to be able to get their bets in and stuff. Embarrassed Willard. I actually really appreciate him being so honest about his school, where it's not where it's at. Low in NIL. He asked to stay. The coach of Maryland, who's people saying that he might go to Villanova. It's a little open right now. He went on his press yesterday and said that Maryland's not where he wants it to be at, the school-wise, saying that when they were in New York, he asked to stay an extra day for Christmas to spend with his team, and they said it was too expensive.
Oh.
And that's Maryland's supposed to be a school
that's
that's
a legit
shelling
thing.
out money,
Yeah.
and it's embarrassing.
It's not Seton Hall.
And he left Seton Hall for this reason to go to Maryland, and Maryland's the best basketball players are in right there. That's where the DMV is where the best basketball players really are. So it's supposed to be this huge basketball school.
It has been.
And it has been.
They've
And
had
then
a long legacy.
He kind of went out there and was it's embarrassing what they're doing. I think that he did it to also scare them that he'll go to Villanova to either pony up and get more money, or
Well, he also
threw the AD
they're in a
right
yeah
up the
the AD's about to take the SMU job, so he's I'm in a spot where I'm literally negotiating with a guy who's about to I'm negotiating with a guy who's currently negotiating his job to go
One
somewhere
foot out
else.
the door. Yeah.
So it's he called them out big time. He was we have the worst NIL in power schools of anyone. We have zero money. I mean, getting denied an extra day in New York is insane.
That's
one day.
They're a 4 seed in the tournament. They're Maryland. The University of Maryland. They're in they get Big Ten money.
Is that a $400 expense? What are we doing here?
For the team, what is a couple of $1,000
for the
team?
whole team, right?
Like,
Yeah, but most of the guys are rooming together too. It's not.
Yeah, it's
what is
for 12 hotel rooms.
That's a
I know,
$3,000
it's
problem.
And even if it's expensive, New York City, what are we talking? $20K?
Yeah.
You know,
Not
what
even,
are
yeah.
we?
Even that, yeah.
We're flying private jets to games. What are we talking
Crazy.
about?
12 people on a team. It's not. It's probably
Crazy.
an extra $8K.
Yeah. That's
I'm on Maryland minus 10.5. I do think that this is another thing where it's this team is together right now. I think that I love Maryland so much. I hope they don't fuck me because I have them going far. I minus 10.5 Maryland.
I'm on Maryland too. I like Maryland a lot. I agree. Same reasons. I think, even though I think GCU's a good mid-major, but this is a very talented team. When they put it all together, they can hang with anybody.
I love Maryland.
You guys all like Maryland. I'm on. I did a parlay Maryland and UConn. It's really juicy. It's minus 143. But I just threw that together just because I wanted to place a bet on UConn. I just didn't know. I threw Maryland in there.
Yeah, that's with the UConn money line.
Yeah.
That's good.
This is so juicy though, but
No, that's
I
good.
don't know, man. Derek Queen is just
Really good.
so good.
Really fucking
Also,
good.
never mind. I'm not gonna be a scout.
oh.
Go ahead. Be a scout for a
Meek
second.
Meek was saying this, not me, but Bosco had such a good day yesterday. He really likes GCU. We're talking about RJ Davis falling back to the mean.
Yeah.
his averages.
No, I mean that's the most Bosco thing of all time.
This is what Meek's saying.
Yeah.
I'm
You're,
not saying
you're predicting a bad day for Bosco.
I'm literally taking his parlay, fuckface.
Don't get mad at me.
Oh, fuckface.
Why are you mad at me?
He's sick of your shit, Clemmer.
What shit?
sick of you.
I'm asking the same question you just asked.
What are we
That
talking
was
about?
I asked you a question. You could.
I literally said I'm taking Bosco's.
I know. I
I'm
just.
riding his pick.
But that's
And
that's
you're like, you're hoping he has a bad day.
No.
I'm literally on his fucking
I said,
pick.
are you hoping he has a bad day?
Repeated
Why
what
would I hope he has a
Deuce
bad day?
said.
if I'm
I
on
don't
his
know. It's why I asked I'm just asking the questions, man.
pick? That's a dumb question.
That's what Dukes
You're
insinuated.
basically saying it's like, oh, are you rooting against your own pick?
All right, I misheard information.
Yeah, that's all. That well,
I got fed fake information.
Meek, all you
I
gotta do
got
is you don't need to insult us. We're just trying to clear it up.
Meek, does your ears ever get tired of having those in?
No.
No.
No,
I would-
I like it.
No, I like it too. My ears would just be like, oh, give me a break.
You just want to hear the real world.
Norfolk State, Florida.
Geek Town.
I'm passing on this game. Like what we could.
Oh, love Norfolk State.
All right,
One of my best
Love
bets of
it.
the day.
Wow.
love that then.
I do. I'm taking the. I saw the Evan Mia. He said that Florida plays down to competition. He has his game at 20.
So it's Evan Mia's favorite pick.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm kidding.
But it don't have to be that.
yeah, like that.
I'm
that,
fucking
that,
around.
that went into my research.
Troy,
I mean, come on. What are we talking about?
Troy boys are playing
I mean,
Kentucky.
this is the easiest game.
My
Of the
plus 11 and a half.
That's it. Troy. I mean, we know how this is gonna go.
I've not believed in Kentucky all year.
Good for you.
What's his name's not playing, correct? Like, is he out?
Who, Butler or Robinson? Robinson's out for the year. Butler, I think they said he is playing, but it's like a shoulder. He's dealt with the shoulder all year.
Banged up.
I don't think he's definitely not 100%.
No, not even close.
I don't like this game.
I don't need. I think if I'm gonna bet it, it's gonna be Troy
it's
probably.
smart.
But I'm not. I haven't bet anything
Just
yet.
so I could say I'm a Troy boy.
It's a great feeling. Vibs is Troy boy. I'm a Troy boy. I would welcome you guys in.
Yeah.
You guys, that's a Troy boy tandem.
Yeah. Those are Troy boys.
I like it. I like
I like
it.
Troy.
Oh, there you go, dude.
There you go.
All right,
We're
yeah.
all Troy boys.
Troy boy. Thank you,
Troy boy.
Experian.
I think Troy
Are you a
is-
Troy boy too, Meek?
Kevin Harlan.
That's right. Oh, there we look at this. Oh, I'm so proud of you, boy. I'm so proud of you guys.
I think Troy is live.
I'm going New Mexico Marquette. Biggest bet of the day is on Marquette.
Oh.
3.5. My favorite bet. I love it so much. I love Marquette minus 3.5. Anything else quick on this?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Marquette. We'll keep it fast for that. I'm taking Marquette.
Akron, Arizona. Don't care. This
Over.
Sure. Yeah. 166.5. I think I'm gonna go Akron. Actually, I just don't know. That one I don't love. Oklahoma, UConn. I am on Oklahoma plus 5.5. I don't know if they win. I have Oklahoma for my team this year, but 5.5 I thought was a little too many points. What do you guys have for this?
I'm on Oklahoma. I'm on Oklahoma for 5.5.
Yeah.
I took that parlay just because I'm nervous to spread.
I love Jermaine Fears for Oklahoma. One of the best players in the country. I think I hope this is the game where people start to realize how good he is. Just like an electric guard, super fun to watch. Yeah. UConn, they are good. They just don't play enough defense. That's the biggest difference with this team.
Yes.
They don't play defense, and I think that's why Oklahoma can hang.
Xavier, Illinois. I am on Xavier plus 4.5 against Illinois. Dukes, this is this big for you? You like
I don't
it?
like Xavier as much as I did yesterday, but I love them. It's like, yeah.
You didn't like him. You love him.
No, I went I always loved. I really loved them. Now I just love them.
Yeah.
I think if they get
still
by
like
this,
4.5.
their spread will still be small against
Who would they have next?
Kentucky if everything goes.
Yeah. I like Xavier plus 4.5.
Yeah, I do.
I went back and forth on this too. I'll probably take Xavier, but I'm not locked into it yet.
Michigan State, Bryant minus 18.5. Michigan State.
60.5 right now.
Oh.
Yeah. How about that, huh?
I like Bryant.
Brian has two high major guys that can really keep this game.
I
close.
think I like Bryant too, to be honest.
Rafael Pizzone came from St. John's. Can shoot the lights out of the ball. Earl Timberlake. No, remember the name. I have Bryant money line today. I think if there's a 15 versus 2.
Right, money line.
If there's a 15 versus
Show
2.
your ticket, loser. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I thought you were
I'm doing the
serious.
thing. I'm doing the thing.
So 11-1 by the
That
way.
guy that did it. Dukes was about to shot. No, I like Bryant. I like Bryant as well. And then Liberty, Oregon. Oregon's minus 6.5. I think I'm going Oregon. I don't know though yet. It's the last game. I'm going to see where my bankroll's at during that. I can't think about that right now.
I might do something nuts if I have a good game, good day.
What?
I might try to do Oregon money line with Liberty plus 7.
Oh, and try to.
I might. I think it would be the funniest bet.
No, it's.
Like
I
if I
don't.
just put a little something
The
on it if I
thing
have a
is,
good day.
the thing is, I
So
like.
I just do not know where
The
this
thing
game
is, I like it a lot. I like that bet a lot.
Rolls off the tongue.
Ev, you have anything there?
I'm sorry, which game? My bad.
Oregon?
I took Liberty. I took Liberty with the points. They shoot the three well. I know Oregon defends it pretty well, but I think that's kind of I think they have some guys. I think it's like the recipe for. I think they can make some shots here. Like I think they can hang. They're a good team. I think Liberty's a strong team. I think they're underrated a little bit, and I think the line even keeps like creeping down. I feel like it's even just a little. I don't know. It's a little. Something that smells here. I think they can hang. And Altman again, he's great in March, so it's tough to fade that.
Yeah.
But I'll take the points with Liberty.
Yeah, listen, it was a great day yesterday. I'm excited for today. We got all Saturday and Sunday. Duke, I got Friday and they better fucking win these two games. If I'm here on Monday and they don't win the game, win on Sunday, I'll lose my fucking mind. I really will. But yeah, that's the show. And we'll see you guys on Monday.